and Ryan are working together.
Okay.
In soup.
And who's going to make soup?
Grant and Ryan.
All right. And what about this one?
Cut and work together.
Well, after it had to be about 7 years that my children were in school, and I realized that the programs that were offered through our local district just weren't what I felt was appropriate for my son. Before I even knew that legislation was up for, debate or anything, I was here in our just daily realm thinking there has to be other options.
Today I stand before you as a parent and as an advocate for my children and all children in the great state of Ohio. For the past 10 years, my family has fought the battle of trying to provide an accessible and appropriate education for all of our children.
All the administrators that I talked to from the public arena said, this is the way it works. This is all you get, like it or not. And I said, I don't like it. It's not appropriate. It's not you personally or your program personally. It's that one size doesn't fit all.
My son, who the educational community regards as having multiple disabilities, has not had those opportunities to be educated in an environment that best suits his academic needs.
Though I kept working and trying to find other avenues, I realized that the public entity held all of the funds for the kids, and I just kept thinking there has to be some way to collaborate with somebody else in order to get services provided.
Schools are supposed to be a safe place that foster learning and encourage each child to excel. And when that doesn't happen, it is time for us to find another way.
I had for so many years felt like I was on this island, and I was told by so many people that I was an idealist and that wouldn't work because this was your only option, and I knew that there had to be either an opportunity for change or there had to be something else out there.
Today is the time to push that door wide open for all students in the state of Ohio, including those with special needs.
And all along through the process, I kept thinking, if this takes another year, we're going to get to the point where Sam's not going to be a partaker of this. But and that was one of the things that my husband said, you don't even know if he'll be part of this. And I said, but what I do know is that the efforts that I put forth now will save other families from having to go through what we have gone through. And I'm a big believer that if you have the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives for their betterment, that you should take that opportunity.
Recently, Ohio had just 3 voucher programs, but the budget bill in 2011 saw Ohio create a completely new voucher, the John Peterson Special Needs Voucher.
My daughters both came home from school and said, all these kids were telling us, what does all this mean? And I said, well, you remember the rallies and you remember the times I drug you down to the State House and all of that was, I said it was all for something. I really had to keep thinking, oh my goodness, all these years. So I was almost physically exhausted because it had been such an effort. I called my grandmother. She's been an absolute by my side the whole time. And I was so excited to call her. I had just seen her on Sunday and she asked me, where are things at? And do you think Sam will ever get to go to school that's appropriate for him? And I said, I don't know. I said, but that's okay. I said, I've been doing this for so long. I said, I'm at peace and whatever, I think.
Because of the JP Scholarship, it is with great pleasure that I announce that my son, along with currently other students, will be able to attend Mansfield Christian School in Mansfield, Ohio, for an education that is tailored specifically for him and for them.
We were approved, and that means Mansfield Christian, will have an opportunity to provide services for kids like Sam. And I just started crying. I was weeping over it. We were walking down the hall, and Sam still looked a little perplexed. I said, do you know what this means? And he said, no, I have no clue. So I stopped. I said, this means that you get to officially come to school here next year. And he stopped and he put his arm around me and he said, Mom, I'm so proud of you. And I just started crying all over again. I said, oh my gosh, it was all worth it.
You're so funny.
I felt so overjoyed. I thought, if our family feels this good, what about all those other families?
I never imagined ever that this would actually come to completion after all the waiting, and I've heard many of you say that, but do not stop. Continue on.
If it wasn't for School Choice Ohio, I wouldn't know anything about the scholarships that are available for our children.
And are you excited for Mansfield Christian to go there next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just going to throw your backpack in the locker?
Yeah, in my locker.
Sam's attending Mansfield Christian now as an Credit Flex student in the John Peterson program, and he is thrilled.
When he gets here, he is so stoked. As soon as he hits the door, it's this explosion of just, pure joy to be here, and just the kids being able to see that.
School is awesome.
Oh, Sam loves coming here. He loves the idea of having lockers and wearing uniforms. He just wants to be around us and experience school and going to school each morning. It's a really good thing for him being here at school. He's always wanted to come since I've been here.
Yeah, he's right here, Dad.
Show me who they are. That's it.
I'll see you in chapel.
Yeah, I see you. I was a little worried about how the other people would treat him.
Well, he is incredibly popular. He comes in and everyone just kind of like lines up and goes, "Hi, Sam."
Hey.
Hi, Sam.
Hey.
What's up, Sam?
Hey.
Hi, Sam.
Hi.
People here are definitely great with Sam, talking to him and interacting with him and helping him with certain things that he needs.
Yeah, everyone just kind of like loves having him here,
And he loves everybody, which is so nice. And I always say that I get a confidence boost every time I go to see him.
And me, and oh my gosh, my boys stay with me.
I can really tell how happy Sam is to be here just from the looks on his face.
It's slower this time. Remember last time it was real fast? You thought I was going to die?
Yeah, it's just a good environment.
I have just been overwhelmed with what's been happening in the building and with the student body and all of the teachers that he interacts with. I think it's been a really big blessing for our family. My hope is that it wouldn't matter where you went to school or where you lived or what your income is, but that we were making choices based upon what is best for the student.
I am graduated from my high school. I go to college.